Good morning. Good morning.
Good morning. No matter your perspective, we've got you. No matter your background, we've got you. Unapologetically holding you down. This is Tribe Talk. We've got you.
Yes.
Welcome back to another Tribe Talk Radio Show episode with your hosts, Trinetta Burrell, Santisha Walker, and Tiffany Hatton. Today, we're going to be sponsored by Temple Vitality Foundation.
Yes. So, as you all know, Tribe Talk Radio Show is a safe haven for all women to join us and let their hair down. We want to be transparent. We talk about real issues. It's a time for you to connect with us and also take this information out and connect with your tribe. No matter your perspective, we've got you. No matter your background, we've got you. Unapologetically holding you down. Tribe Talk Radio Show. We got you.
You can listen in weekly on Saturdays at 11 a.m. Eastern Standard Time on YouTube every other Saturday, and you can catch us on Spreaker and Skyhawk the other Saturdays. You can also contact us at contact@Tribe Talk Radio Show if you would like to be a sponsor on our show, if you like to advertise, or if you like to be an actual guest on our show. Also, you can follow us on Twitter at Tribe Talk Radio, and you can follow us on YouTube and Facebook at Tribe Talk Radio Show.
Yes. So we would like to thank today's show sponsor, Temple Vitality Foundation. Temple Vitality Foundation is a 501c3 nonprofit organization with a mission to bring awareness to mental illness and help that population transition to a state of independence through healthy living and balanced living. To find out more about Temple Vitality Foundation, visit templevitality.org, or you can follow us on Facebook at Temple Vitality Foundation.
Right.
And also, one more thing, make sure you subscribe. Hit the subscribe button below.
Yes.
And if you like our show, make sure you hit the like button so you can get notifications and updates. And also hit the little bell icon. When you hit subscribe, you see a little bell pop up. Click the bell icon so whenever we go live, you'll get a pop-up on your phone.
That's right. And for today's show, don't forget to chime in. Let us know what you're thinking, when you're thinking it. While we're talking, we will get to those comments. We want you in this conversation. Okay?
Yes, sure.
With that said, let's get started.
So what are we talking about today, Tiffany?
What are we talking about today, Tiffany? Honey.
Yes, your turn. Do some work. You weren't here last time.
I was working hard.
You were in the background.
I was working in the background last time. Today, we are talking directly to business owners, indirectly to everyone, even people who want to be business owners. We see you. We're going to talk about what that means. Yes. What does that mean when we say warning business owners? We see you. That means we see your customer service.
Yes.
We see how you're treating people. We see your business practices. We see how you treat us when we come into your establishment. We see how you respond to our emails. Yes. We see you. We see all of it. That could be a good thing. Or it could be a not so good thing. So we're going to dive into that.
Yep.
Which one of y'all want to tell us?
See, what had happened was...
Right, yeah.
I'm just going to stay surface. Try to probably get a little deeper.
You know me.
Hey.
But we basically we were celebrating our cousin this past weekend at his 40th birthday party. Whoop, whoop. If you follow us on social media, you'll see exactly who that cousin is.
Oh, yeah.
Happy birthday.
Yes. So we were at a location this past weekend in Raleigh. And Raleigh, North Carolina, it was an event center. Chanel's going to get into a little more detail about that. So we had an amazing time. You know, when you're celebrating someone, you want to enjoy the evening. You want to conversate even after the party. And so we were connecting with others. Lights was on. We were actually helping the event coordinators clean up the venue. After things were pretty much done, my sister, myself, my cousin, and my aunt were standing around talking. And all of a sudden, you know, this lady, we'll tell you who this lady is a little bit later, but she comes in, and all of a sudden we hear, if you're not helping, if you're not cleaning up, then you need to get out. You need to go. And so we're like, huh? Like, what's happening? So, again, it's the end of the party, but it was her approach that made us kind of take a step back and ask what was going on. So Trinetta, she has, she's in her feelings. I'll let her describe how she was feeling. We had another cousin that was like, what is going on? And then my aunt, I really didn't look at her face, but I think she just kind of was like, okay.
She had that face.
More so, I was more so, technical difficulties, welcome to life. And I was more so, concerned or thinking like, okay, let me get out of here, but also I'm not gonna rush out because I don't know you. You didn't introduce who you are. I don't, So I actually
that's a good point. We didn't know who she was.
She didn't announce who she was. She just came in. So I I started talking to someone who was at the party, and we were just, having a conversation. Next thing I know, I literally feel an elbow on the top of my head right here. And I hear someone at the same time they're touching me, I hear someone say, "Excuse me." And she's grabbed this same lady is grabbing a balloon from over my head. And I immediately stopped my conversation. I'm like, "Excuse me, excuse you." And I'm trying to figure out again what is going on in this moment. And I stepped back and she said, "Well, I said, excuse me." I said, "Yeah, but you didn't give me time to move out of the way. What you did was extremely rude." At this point, I did see her come in with the guy, so I made a connection because I kind of researched the location before. And I immediately realized she was probably the owner's wife or the owner or someone who was over management of the facility. So at this point, I'm in my feelings because I'm thinking, well, if you're in this position, you're the owner of this venue, why are you why are you even acting this way? Like, what's your problem, basically? And so the person I was speaking with she sat back and we're just trying to figure out what's going on. So I immediately leave. Some of my family members are on the sidewalk out there. I guess Janetta had told them what was going on, but they were talking and I explained my frustration and that's that. So we can get into a little more detail. But that situation is what brought us to talk about this topic today because we're all business owners. And we understand that customer service is everything. So we'll talk about what all of that means. But yeah, if you want to share your insight.
Yeah, like she's pretty much hit my perspective when we were in there together, we were talking, and when she walked in, my initial reaction was, first of all, who are you? Because she didn't introduce herself. She just came straight in the door. If you're not cleaning up, you need to leave. And we were like everything stopped. The people that were cleaning up stopped. Like we just paused for a second, and we were like, okay, what's going on? Because first of all, I was just lifting chairs and all kinds of stuff to the point my husband was like, put that stuff down. So I know I put in my work,
right.
And I was like, okay, I don't even understand. We'll leave, like, okay, and that's not what I said. I was going to say some more stuff, but I decided not to, because I was considering my cousin's wife. She put it together, and I actually looked at her face because she'll let you know, she keep it real, and I looked at her face, and she didn't respond in a certain way, so I kind of was vibing with her, and so we walked out, and my aunt and my cousin, the cousin that was with me, we walked out, and we walked out. Actually, the people outside saw our faces, and they were like, "What's going on? What's going on?" And we were like, we told them what just happened, and then it went from there. It kind of like snowballed from there, and everybody was just expressing like that was just really rude because that wasn't her first encounter with all of us. She actually said something to them only when they were outside, as though they were in the way, and she crossed them first in that with that negative tone. Then she came in there and pretty much jumped on us. And next thing you know, Santisha and the person she was with, they came out, and I thought Tisha was still reeling from what we were going through. It was a whole other situation. She actually touched her, and of course, and it just made everyone more. I don't want to say amped up, but we were just more concerned and upset because this is a Black-owned business. And the way she treated us like we were like flies, like she could just swat, like we weren't anything.
Get out of here!
Who are you? We don't, and we're like, you don't even know. We do a lot of events. We have businesses. Our family alone could keep her eating for a long time, but she just assumed that. I don't know what she assumed. I don't know anything about that. And the thing that I didn't know was that I know that the gentleman that was with her, there was a gentleman with her. Now I was watching his disposition. He actually had a better disposition. He was
professional.
He was more professional. He didn't have that get out of here personality. He was more like letting her talk. And for you, I'm just saying you got to be careful who you put in place. I don't care if it is your spouse. She can kill your business if that's for your spouse because. Otherwise, we were getting ready to come back. We were going to,
They had a great time.
Yeah, we did. They hooked up the spot, and then when she came in, it killed everything, and it hurt your business. And we're gonna put it out there because we think we have a platform in social media and reviews and Google reviews and Yelp. That's all important. People need to know when they come in there who they're dealing with and what they're getting. And so we're going to talk about it today. So first of all, thank you for our topip. It kind of gave us a reason to talk about something like this from personal experience.
Yeah.
We almost put you on blast on the spot, and we decided not to do that. But
we were getting inspiration to pick it at that
oh
moment.
yeah, they literally had this little flyer thing with little called? What is it called? Popsicle sticks?
Yes.
And they were really going like this. Pick it.
Talking about
my daddy and other people outside, they were like this. Pick it.
I say this. Stay tuned if you want to know where the heck they were this weekend. Okay, we're going to talk about this.
Yes.
But if you want to avoid situations like that, or that one specifically, we'll let you know.
Yeah.
You know, we'll tastefully let you know where they were.
And honestly, we have mixed feelings because, you know, we believe in supporting our community.
Yeah.
If we don't support, then who?
But
you know what I'm saying?
This whole don't make it hard for us to support. So we've talked about this in the show before, where it's like we want to support, specifically, you know, we definitely want to support Black-owned businesses, even female-owned business, all of that. But at the same time, sometimes there are stereotypes associated with Black-owned businesses. But why are we? Don't be the stereotype.
Yeah.
Don't prove us or other people right about the type of businesses that we run. Like, let it be that we come into your facility or we patronize your business and we have a great experience, so we can actually want to come back and support you.
Yeah.
Like, don't let us down, because you are setting the standard for all of us.
Yes, for real.
Like, we are each the face of Black-owned businesses.
Yeah.
And so we have to be mindful of that. And not just Black-owned, that's any business, but specifically we're talking to the Black community because we're a part of the Black community.
Right,
Exactly.
right. And that experience needs to go, when you said that, it needs to last all the way to the end.
All
we
the
had
way.
a great experience. We were, you know, everything was good. And right at the end is when you pretty much showed your card and showed you were, and you pretty much lost the game at that point. And what confused me, and what I didn't understand was normally when you rent a place, right? You have to have it cleaned up by a certain time. If you don't clean up by that time, you have to pay. Right? So if we go past the time we have to get out by that time, if we go out, then that's more money for you. So that's another thing I was thinking. We were driving away, and I was like, well, that was stupid. You know, I didn't use that word. I was like, that was stupid, because unless there's something in the contract where, or unless you can work out a deal where you don't get paid after, if we're not out by a certain time, that's more money in your pocket. You know what I'm saying? That's more money you make. So hey, the longer you stay, hey, take all day, because I'm gonna charge you more. So I was just like, I don't know what was going on, but I'm telling you, I don't know who you are. I wish I did know your name, because I would rather just put your name on blast. But you know, I don't know. I'm still having a hard time, because I don't want to hurt you, bro. I don't want to hurt you, but
okay. So maybe we'll think about letting you know. Maybe we'll put it on a page. Somehow we may let you know, or you know, we can always just do what we say we're going to do. Go to Yelp, go to Google, and make an impact there.
Because then I think then the flyer said warning. So this is a warning, right? A soft answer turns away wrath, right? How you treat people. If you come soft, if you come in perspective, it turns away. Some people are going to complain regardless. Let me say that. But it's going to turn away, for the most part, the masses have an issue with you. But that's the whole point. This is a warning. May or may not put your name out there, but you have to be really careful. Like they were saying, you don't know who you're dealing with in business. Point blank. Period. Don't assume. Don't judge a book by its cover. Whether you're talking to the president or a janitor or whoever. That's right. I don't know. You just want to be careful, because you don't know who they know, who they're connected with. And I'm not trying to toot our own horn, but we're pretty connected in the area. And you just want to be really careful with that.
Adria Campbell says, I don't pay to get pumped. Great customer service is a must. And that's right. We don't give you our money just for you to turn around and try to mistreat us.
That's right.
I 100% agree with that, because like Trinetta said, like, your customers feed you. That's what puts food. I mean, you may have other sources of income. More power to you. But at the same time, like, that's what puts food on the table. That's what puts money in the business's pocket.
That's who you work for.
And so if you lose them, because word of mouth is powerful. If you lose your customers based on mistreating them, you don't make money. Your business fails.
And the strongest form of marketing is word of mouth. I mean, some people have 2 or 3 clients a year from word of mouth, and they eat off those clients. It doesn't. You don't need a whole bunch of clients depending on what your business is. But word of mouth is everything. I trust someone who'll come to me and say, "Hey, use this person," versus going online and finding you. You may market amazing, but if it's somebody I trust, and my sisters come to me and say, "Hey, you looking to get this done? Use this person." It's a wrap. I'm using them because I've seen the influence they've had on someone else's life.
That's right.
But yeah, I just think that's really important to know. So let's talk about this. What are some, Adria, chime in on this too, because you have an amazing, dope business.
Yeah, she has
does.
great customer service. I was
Adria
like, she can
has
talk
a
about
dope
that.
business.
Yes.
Yeah.
I mean, she's an esthetician, she's a makeup artist. Anytime I step place, and Adria's close to us, she will still be professional
Always.
at all times.
Yep.
Anytime she's doing any service for me. You know, we'll
Yeah.
laugh a little bit, but she'll get right back into
Yeah.
that professional mode because she understands at the end of the day, she's there to do a business. She's there to do a service. So what would you all consider like great customer service? When you think of great customer service, let's give some tips. What would that be?
I guess it depends on the venue too.
Yeah, it depends on what. It depends on the business.
Yeah,
Yeah. But all business, I would say, definitely there is a friendly environment, or a friendly disposition.
Yeah.
So you I know, with your snacks.
No, you don't call it out.
Yeah. I
know, right?
In the house. Get ready for it.
Cod trail mix.
Keep a trail mix.
Protein.
Yeah. We're gonna have a link below. Don't be
You already know
surprised.
what's in Tisha's snacks on
Yeah.
for the show.
Hold on, I'm gonna need an endorsement deal.
We're gonna have a link below. We're gonna find something.
Okay.
If we have a link below, do that because that's a sponsor. Keep us, whatever. So, but yeah, that friendliness, that disposition is very important. I think customer service starts from the moment you walk in the door.
Yes.
Facts.
All the facts.
First moment of contact, whether it's visually or if it's an online thing.
I was gonna say,
the first time you initiate contact
Yes.
with that person, that's customer service, right?
And even if you don't, if you say, hey, I'll get back to you in 24 hours in your voicemail or your email, and you don't,
That's part of customer service.
that's part of customer service. You can't get back in 24 hours, make it real. I'm busy, I'll get back in the next 48 or...
Yeah.
ASAP.
Yeah.
I mean, it's general, but
My
that's
earliest
better than
convenience.
lying.
So it really starts with that first point of contact.
Yeah, it does.
Yeah.
Okay, that's good. Okay, there's a couple things that I don't want to jump ahead of because there's something I really want to say. But I also think, like you said, like communication. Good customer service is also good communication, not just like timeliness and when I'm gonna like talk to you, but explaining things. So if I'm using your facility for instance, explain to me how the process works.
Right.
So that if something happens, I kind of know what to expect versus you kind of saying, well, you know, that's not a part of the package, or that's not. I've had instances where I had no idea. Like there was a business that I had to talk to on the phone, or whatever, and long story short, I had gotten to somebody's voicemail, and she's like, well, you know, you called me. I was like, well, I left you a voicemail. You actually called me back, and I'm returning your phone call. And she's like, well, that's, you know, you're not supposed to talk to me. You're supposed to talk to somebody else. So I don't know why you got my line. And that has nothing to do with me, right? So good customer service would be... You just tell me who I need to talk to.
Right.
You know, communicate with me about what, you know, it was just too much. She was, I don't know your process, ma'am, but I would appreciate it if you would just explain your process to me so that we can both operate on a higher level. Because right now, what's going on is not good vibes, and that's going to end terribly for both of us. So,
Exactly.
So communicate with your customers or your clients or whatever the situation is, and just be thorough as possible. You don't have to know that, they don't have to know the ins and outs of your business, but make it easy on everybody.
And I think a lot of times, a lot of businesses that I work with, you know, they're in the startup phase, so you learn as you go.
Yeah.
So be flexible, understand that, and communicate that. Hey, you know, I'm in just been in here for a year or something. I want your feedback.
Yes.
Perfect. Any suggestions that you make, you know, something I might not have caught. You know, just have that humility and that, like I said, that disposition, that friendliness, and that. Just knowing that you don't think of everything, and your customers are part of your team.
I love it.
And with that, also with the information up front, you can also post things. Because I always look for, I always like to read first. I'm like self-taught, self-learned like type person. So I want to, if I see it posted and I'll see, okay, no refunds, you know, only, you know, that's important to me. Oh, if we I almost called the name of a place. They actually shut down in the Raleigh area. But I used to take my kids' birthday party. You know, we used to go, a lot of jumping and stuff.
Oh yeah.
And they didn't post that you couldn't bring a cake. Yeah, they shut down. Yeah, off of Glenwood Avenue. You couldn't bring the cake in or whatever for the party. So I had a party there, but I couldn't bring my own cake, and it wasn't posted anywhere. And so they were like, "You gotta take it out."
That's exactly what I mean.
And I was like, and this was manager, and I was like, "Wait, why do I can't bring a cake? I mean, everybody's
and
here.
even if you
have
couldn't, if you would have told me that, I could have been prepared.
And now that I'm in the moment, don't just make me have to take it out. I mean, just be more flexible. You know, like But if you had it posted, it was clear. And my apologies, and then we can work something out. But I mean, I just spent all this money on the cake, and now I have to take it out. Yeah. And I had no idea that I couldn't bring the cake into the vicinity because we have birthday parties here. Yeah. I brought my own cake. So if you post it, it definitely will help alleviate some of the concerns and the issues that you can have with the customer service. Because, the customer's going to be angry. Mm-hmm. They're going to get upset, but you can, what I say, you plan for those moments.
So do y'all believe that customers are always right?
No, the customers aren't always right. But in business, the customer's always right in the sense.
I was going to say, is there another way we can phrase that?
Yeah, like literally, they're not always right.
Yeah.
But in business, successful businesses go by that motto for a reason.
Right. Yes.
So we say they're always right in the sense that they are your number one concern.
You're there to please them.
You're there to please them, and you work for them. If you're especially in the service industry, they are your employers, right? So you want to please them, but are they always right? No, not legally. Exactly. Honestly, they're not always right. There's some things that you're not right because legally I cannot do that. Right.
In my field, in styling, that is very difficult for me to say that the customer is always right. Because if the customer is right, then they don't need to hire me. Unless they're hiring me, they know exactly what they want, and I don't really do this often, and I'm going shopping for them. I know for a fact that you want this specific shoe, you just don't have time to do it. In that case, since you're right. But depending on the area, in styling, not necessarily. You know what I mean? You're right in that you're uncomfortable. You're right in that I don't feel comfortable in this. This doesn't feel like me. This doesn't feel like,
so you think we should change that phrase?
I feel like we have to find another way to say the customer's always right. I think it's the customer's your number one concern, or the customer is always your priority.
Yeah,
you know what I mean?
Something like top priority.
Yeah, your customer is your top priority. So you do satisfy your customer, but obviously you're the professional for a reason. Yeah. And so sometimes that gets lost, and the customers can take it overboard.
Yeah, they do.
Because we have a responsibility as consumers.
Yeah.
We do. We have a responsibility as consumers to be kind to the people that are providing services to us. And so I think it's big that we all take responsibility for our part.
And I think as business owners, you have the option to turn people away.
You do.
Yeah.
So that customer being right may not always suit what you need. Like you were saying, it may not be legal, or you may feel like, well, I would rather not have you as a customer because it's going to put my business at risk.
That's right. I always say, all money is not good money.
All money.
That's true.
And that I'm not going to compromise for certain. I'm not going to lower my standards depending on certain monies. I'm not.
Adriel agrees with me. She says nope. Put that out there.
But you have service oriented businesses,
right?
You guys work one-on-one with me and product, And I guess also with us in the wellness industry, no, the customer's not always right. Even in because if you were right, you would need our services.
And let me tell you something. Going back to that money, all money's not good money. Those out there chasing money right now, be careful because you will end up with a nightmare of a client or a nightmare of a customer, and you wonder, is it worth your time?
Yes.
You're like, okay, I said yes to this, but I probably shouldn't have because it's taking more resources, taking time. For what you're wanting, I need to charge you double.
Yeah.
So not all money is good money. Yeah. So business owners, please stop chasing money.
Yeah.
And chase your quality and follow your business plan and follow what it is you really supposed to do and what you want to do.
Yeah. That's good.
This is something that I'm still learning, but I remember we interviewed SP the writer, curator of Inspired a while ago, and he brought up how meticulous he is. Crystal, his partner, brought up how meticulous he is about certain things, and it kind of falls into what you're saying. As a business owner, you have to be meticulous when you're doing things because it turns out to be excellent. A lot of situations when you
Right.
follow your model, when you follow your plan, when you follow exactly what it is that you know how to do, you end up being more successful rather than settling because you're just trying to make $1.
Exactly. That's right.
Or you're just trying to make that person happy, and sometimes the people that you're trying to make happy won't even bring you more business.
They won't.
You know what I mean?
They will suck you.
They won't even say thank you.
Yeah, they'll just feel obligated. So and something I had to learn, and this is hard for people like us because we want to help people for free, and we're givers, and we're into hi Facebook.
Hey Facebook.
We got Stephanie, Nazira, and Lynetta chiming in.
Yes.
Thank y'all for watching.
Yes.
So one of the things I had to learn real quick is when you're in business to make money. If you're not in business to make money, you need to be a nonprofit.
Right.
For the most part.
Even then, nonprofit does not mean you do not make money.
Right. You
just
still
means
need money to operate.
You have to. And there's certain things you do at the end of the year.
Right.
That's what it means. It does not mean that you can't make millions of dollars.
To your point.
So
yes.
To your point,
Adria
said.
Comments coming
I
in.
know. I'm trying to get everybody. Adria, you own it today. The customer can smell when you are chasing or all about money or do anything for the dollar. It's a sign of lower standards for your business.
Yes.
That's right.
Very true. They know, and the market in general, that's why it's always good to be true to yourself, true to your brand, because if you're not operating in truth, you'll the market will tell on you. And people will know something's not right, something's off. It's okay to rebrand. It's okay to shift gears.
What are we shifting?
Cutting hair now.
What are we doing?
I have no idea what I'm doing.
What is okay?
No, it's okay to shift, and you're gonna have those moments, but for the most part, there's a consistency about you.
Yes.
Like Adria just recently rebranded herself and did some new things, but there's a consistency about
Yes.
Yes.
Right. So there's a lot to be said about being a business owner, and you just want to be smart with everything you do, and you don't want to be nasty.
Right.
Yeah.
Because if you don't want someone in your business, just say so, and I think the market will respect that.
And I think too, when you're talking about chasing the money as well, a lot of times I see business owners, especially new ones, go for the money in the beginning and not think long term.
Right.
Yeah. So they'll I don't know, make some kind of big promise, or they'll do something, and they're thinking, I need to eat right now.
Right.
And I'll take what I can, but they don't think long term. They don't think repeat business, repetitive business. Because I think residual. I need to make money over and over again, right? Not just that one time and I got what I wanted and then I walk away.
Yes.
And I think that's something else that they need to think about. And I think that night, that's kind of where she was at. She wasn't thinking long term.
Right.
She was thinking, okay, fine, you've had your party, now get out of here. That was her disposition. I got to do this at 12 o'clock at night. And I'm like, you didn't have to do anything. You come in and everything is put up, all the tables, all of the chairs. So why do you have an attitude?
Yeah.
You know?
She was really rude.
And she was rude to her customers, family and friends. You know what I'm saying? So you're not thinking long term.
Right.
You're thinking right now, just tonight, I got your money, I don't need you anymore. Door closed, get out of here.
That's right.
So now, how are you gonna? If we really put your name out here, that's a lot of people in this area that you're gonna lose business.
Still thinking about putting their name out there. We gotta figure out if that's what we want.
I know, because every time we talk about it, bring it up, I'm like, man, I really want to say it. And if she was the owner of the business, if I could verify that she's part owner, I think I would do it, because she was just that nasty to have put her arm. Oh, she is.
Oh, we got a confirmation.
It's officially been confirmed.
Can I get her name, please? Look, put it in the chat box. You know what I'm saying? If you're watching and you know the name, put it in the chat box, because I would prefer to put her name on there. Or I would just say this: her husband was great.
Yeah,
I think he had the proper attitude. He just came in and went to work.
And outside of, just to set the record clear.
Go ahead. Go ahead.
Okay. Just to set the record straight. Outside of this incident with this particular person who we have just confirmed is part owner, everything else was great.
Yes.
That's a big deal.
Really hot.
Okay, so
because she danced all night. It was hot because she danced all
and
night.
if you sip a little bit, you're gonna get a little warm.
True. We didn't have.
And we were blacked out.
But with that being said, though, I just want to add this: the sipping did not add to the escalation of what happened. Some people say, "Well, y'all was drunk. There was no drunkenness in there."
Yeah.
I will say this though, as a business owner, please don't put your hand on your customers and clients.
Yes.
Because I literally, if I wanted to, I could sue you.
Yes.
I'm not going to. But if I wanted to, I could. You literally put your hands on me.
And then said, I said, excuse me?
Yeah.
Not saying, oh, my apologies, I didn't realize.
And see, these are the things that we don't think about, and that's the key with being.
we amped up this morning. You know what?
We hyped, son. It's the nuts, bruh. It's the trail mix. I'm trying to tell you.
That's so funny. Oh my goodness.
No, but seriously, y'all hype. I'm calling it down real quick.
Yeah, but let me say to Facebook family who are watching, I'm gonna log off because this is really exclusively for our YouTubers. So thank you for joining us. We may be back a little bit later. If you are interested in joining us on YouTube, go to Tribe Talk, one word, radio show on YouTube.com.
And I'll be live on Instagram for a couple more minutes so you can get a little bit more into conversation, but that's it. After that, I'll be logging off this
and make sure you all subscribe.
And excuse the title, we'll correct that.
It is Tribe Talk, one word, Tribe Talk radio show.
Yeah, and we're live now. So Facebook, follow us over there. We'll see you soon.
Bye.
But yes, so I believe strongly that that's one thing that I've learned with some business owners, especially if you have a location, a physical location that you go into. Don't have the big head. We know you own a business.
Right.
It's all right. Do you know how many business owners there are in the world right now? Especially like they're like in the Raleigh-Durham area, is blowing up. Like you're not the only one. We can go to another event center.
Yes.
We can find another place to shop. We can find another place to spend our money. So like calm down a little bit. As a matter of fact.
Okay, Jerry, tell your wife to calm down.
As a matter of fact, we are business owners ourselves. And you have to step outside of that when you're dealing with people. Like your title in that moment does not matter. You don't.
It's really a position of servitude.
Yeah.
Right.
When you're a business owner, you are serving.
Yes. That's right.
And really, I feel any business owner, you should be able to do any level of your business.
Yes.
That's something Nipsey Hussle talked about. I shout him out every show.
No, she's like biggest fan.
Yeah, I'm
number
not a
2.
super fan now. But I do appreciate what he brought.
Respect.
I just told Instagram that you were a super fan, so what you said.
I love it. Yeah, listen. Nipsey, you know, love what you stood for.
Yeah.
For the most part.
Yeah.
Okay.
That got really complicated really fast.
Okay.
But Nipsey did make it very clear that, what were you saying?
Yeah, he made it very clear that as the owner, he will go and he'll take off the trash. He'll come off tour and go take out the trash. He'll sweep the floors. He'll greet people at the door. He'll, ring people up. He'll also, go out and represent his company. But anytime you are a business owner, you really should be able to do every level. And it's a humble experience.
It is.
Because in reality, you're using your gifts, your God-given gifts, right, to bring to the world and present them to the world and to make the world better.
Right.
So it's not a place of arrogance. It's not a place of entitlement.
Right.
The world, we don't owe you anything, not one thing.
Nope.
We don't have
Not a penny.
No, we don't have to support your business. So when people do, just be grateful and show that appreciation. Okay, let's talk about Chick-fil-A and Popeyes.
Oh, snap.
I'm sorry, I just jumped. But I did that jump.
that one out.
I did that jump. Sorry, we can go back to the
it'll come up.
Oh gosh, it keeps happening. I'm so loud. I'm sorry, guys.
But no, I jumped to that because that service is everything, and that's going to make a difference with your customers. They'll rather go to someone who will serve them unconditionally and consistently versus someone who maybe, has a trending product or service, and then they fall off.
Right.
Anybody want to chime in?
Oh, you know what? I don't know why. You guys mentioned that you guys wanted to talk about it, and who's laughing, Adrian? So you guys mentioned you wanted to talk about it, but I was saying you guys were going to fill me in live. So this is my first time hearing about what
You want to feel Adrian?
Okay, so
on the Chick-fil-A and
yes.
the Popeyes.
All right, so long story short, I'm gonna make my long story really short. And we talk about that video. I've seen a couple videos.
Okay.
So long story short, apparently Popeyes has this new chicken sandwich, right? Is that what it is?
Yes.
And so we don't eat chicken, so that's why I don't eat chicken.
You don't know what it tastes like.
Yeah,
I don't either.
What do we know what chicken tastes like?
The new chicken sandwich. Oh, that's not what I was saying. I said I don't know what that new sandwich tastes like.
Chicken.
No,
We grew up eating chicken.
You don't eat it. I don't eat it
So
anymore.
I'm all over the place. Hold on. Why don't explain to people why you don't eat chicken? Just so they'll understand. We're here to educate.
Okay.
Just real quick.
Okay. I don't eat chicken because based on the research that I've found, chicken chicken has a lot of carcinogens in it. When they kill the chicken, it is sick. Also, you know how if you're chasing something and it has a lot of adrenaline in it, it releases the adrenaline in its tissues. So you cut that chicken. You know how people say you run around with chicken head cut off? I literally saw them growing up bringing the chicken neck, and it would run around with its broke neck or head cut off. It'll run around a little bit. All that adrenaline is going into its tissues and its muscles. And when you eat the chicken, you're eating the muscle, but you're also eating that adrenaline, and that hormone is coming into your body. So we just got rid of the chicken because of how, when you're eating chicken, it's like smoking, but 18 times worse. So we just don't mess with the chicken. We're vegetarian anyway, but the chicken is the worst one. If we eat anything, pork and chicken are the two things we want to stay away from the most. So that's in a nutshell, not without a whole bunch of explanation.
Yeah, that was good.
Why I don't eat the chicken. So that's why I don't eat.
I'm with it.
And last thing, and it's nasty. It will eat anything that if you spit, if you whatever on the ground, it will eat it. Yeah, you are what you eat. It will eat it. It's in his body, and then you're eating it, and then you wonder why you're sick. Okay, so that's it.
That's it. A free wellness, session, mini session,
and now you know.
I didn't mean to be so passionate, but
That's okay. No, that's perfectly fine. Everybody else is passionate about this chicken at Popeyes and at Chick-fil-A. So Popeyes and Chick-fil-A are in competition now. Like, it's a thing. If you don't know, like, just go on Instagram, type in Popeyes, Chick-fil-A, Twitter, whatever. But it's causing issues. The competition is causing issues. And so it's really challenging. Primarily Popeyes is customer service. Santisha sent us a video.
I did.
And this video is lit, honey. This man is like throwing stuff at the lady at the cash register. What is it called? The cashier. The person, the representative.
Manager?
No, she's a
cashier. Cashier. I couldn't get it out properly. And I mean, he's going in on her. Yes, she does try to fight back. I mean, she went in on him too because he threw something at her. It was a lady and a big old man. But you can dive more into
it. And it was food everywhere.
Into that situation.
What happened?
Okay, so when I am on social media, I've been seeing there's a lot of comparison between Chick-fil-A and Popeyes. Now y'all know Chick-fil-A was the kingpin of chicken sandwiches for the most part. I know Bojangles is in the chicken